This is Animal Crossing New Horizons. And this is real life, and following up on my recent video on shield surfing in real life, I wanted to recreate a similar experience but for Animal Crossing. So to start things off, I needed to get my outfit bang on, and luckily as things stand, I had pretty much the same outfit as I just have in my wardrobe, in both my game wardrobe and my real life wardrobe, which meant that I had challenge 1 done. So now I actually look like my character in the game. It's time to make the whole video process look a bit like Animal Crossing. And for that, I need something that's going to be up and above and tilted towards me. So I've managed to get hold of a drone that's going to do just that. And hopefully it's going to work perfectly. Okay, time to fire it up. Kind of had a little practice. Take off. But I'm not very good at it, and it makes a real beeping noise when it's too close to things. So who knows how this is going to go. And there we go. That's what I'm going to use. Hi. I think it's working. So now I just need to set up the tracking on it so that it actually tracks me. So fingers crossed that works as well. Is he going to follow me? This kind of works. And if I turn around, it should stay behind me. And if I go over here, I feel like a character in a computer game. So that's kind of what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, mission 1, look like the character. Mission 2, get the camera set up. So I kind of figured that's 2 of the things that I need to do done. And while it seems to have a mind of its own every now and again, the drone definitely tracks me.
Return to home.
Amazing. Just return to home. So while there are definitely some things I won't be able to do, there are plenty of things that I can do to get that experience. And one of the biggest is just doing a bit of weeding. Surely I can just do some weeding. That is definitely one of the things that you do a lot in Animal Crossing New Horizons, especially when you leave your island for a while and then return to it and you find loads of weeds. Well, it definitely happens in real life. So that's another thing ticked off, and believe me, it's far from the most impressive thing I managed to do. But at that stage, I was super impressed with myself. But things definitely get better from here. The other thing that you do in Animal Crossing is you have to move all your items around and get them in position. And what I'm trying to do is move them out of the way so that I can start to make my main area look a bit more like the main area in Animal Crossing. So in the game, this is already set up for you very early on in your arrival on your island. However, in real life, things take a hell of a lot more hard work, and that is definitely a theme of this video. You can see how much effort it has taken me to clean my patio in real life. Just lots of scrubbing, and then I had to hose it all down. But I wanted to get that Animal Crossing experience, so here's my effort of doing some path work. That's the magic of editing for you right there. Anyway, it got the job done. This is the reality of the situation, me jet washing it off once I'd given it a bit of a scrub. So this is what it looked like initially, and this is what it looks like in the game. So that's what I was aiming for. So it just took a lot of effort to blitz it all off. And while there's no jet wash or scrubbing brush in Animal Crossing New Horizons, it did get the job done and it looked pretty nice afterwards. Then I just needed to move all of my items back onto the patio to make it look a little bit more respectable, which is probably one of the most accurate representations of things that you do in the game and in real life that kind of take the same amount of time. I think I probably spent so much time moving items around in the game. But then one thing that definitely doesn't happen in Animal Crossing New Horizons is your camera just randomly getting lost and just deciding didn't want to play ball anymore. Anyway, I hunted it down, gave it a little bit of criticism, and managed to get back to finishing things off. So then it was time to take things to the next level, but in order to do that, I needed to put in a hell of a lot of hard work. So I needed my trusty axe, or pickaxe as I actually used. But essentially in Animal Crossing, you do not need to do a great deal to clear areas. But in real life, man, it takes a hell of a lot of work if you've got a big project that you want to do. And I'll talk you through what I've got planned here a little bit later on. But before then, I needed to get rid of my old broken deck, which was a lot of hard work. It took pain. It almost broke me. If I'm honest, my back still isn't quite right from it, and my wrist is pretty much permanently clicking even now. But anyway, I managed to get things out of the way, only to realize I needed to move this giant arbor over the top of everything, which was really frustrating. But another troublesome problem down, and then it was time to get back to smashing through my deck, which was kind of fun to begin with. I definitely enjoyed using my pickaxe for it, but I'm not sure it was the best idea. It was definitely seriously hot work, so I needed to change my outfit to be able to match the kind of weather that I had. My hands got blisters. My heart was thinking, but I had to get this job done because I wanted to build something that was epic, and my only prize at this stage was an old Mars bar wrapper. But over time and effort, I managed to shift it all, clear the deck, and I was genuinely relieved and super close to being able to create a pumpkin patch, or like a vegetable plot, to be able to grow my own pumpkins a la Animal Crossing New Horizons. So with the area cleared, it was time to start building my raised beds, because unlike in Animal Crossing, I can't just dig up a little bit of soil and magically grow some pumpkins. That's just not the way things work in the real world. So I started to assemble my raised beds. It didn't take too long to get this part done, but man, there were things that were just surprises, like, hey, is it a good idea to paint them? Yeah, it's a good idea to paint them, but it takes forever. It literally took probably a whole week just to paint one of the raised beds with drying everything, but I eventually got there. I built a raised bed, and then with the majority of the building process done and dusted, it was time to start filling it up with soil. And because my back by this stage was pretty much done for, I needed to wheel them in on my skateboards. So that's another tool that's definitely not available in Animal Crossing New Horizons, but man, it made things easier in real life. And it took a hell of a lot of soil to be able to fill the entire raised beds, but I did get to use a spade, which is a classic tool in Animal Crossing. I don't think I'm as good with a spade in real life as I am in Animal Crossing, but I got there in the end, and I filled up my new veg patches with the things that I've been growing inside the conservatory for the last 2-3 months. I don't know. This has been a project that's been going a hell of a long time. So I've got corn on the left-hand side, and then I'm gonna have my pumpkins on the right-hand side with some tomatoes in the middle. However, obviously I need to water everything, so I need my trusty watering can, which is a huge part of Animal Crossing, to keep everything pretty fresh. So after the watering, I got everything else in, and it was time to compare my in-game pumpkin patch with the one that I have in real life. And even though it doesn't look anywhere near as good, look, you can see there's a pumpkin growing. And I kind of figured it was only a matter of time before I start getting some veggies to harvest. It's also now that I realized that I could change the position of the camera, which is one of the things you can't do in Animal Crossing New Horizons. But it allowed me to be able to show you the rest of the construction a little bit more. And some of it was pretty painful, especially the path laying, when I managed to drop one of the stones on my finger. But with that job done, it was time to start doing a huge path construction, which is one of the coolest unlocks you get in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It comes late in the game after you've got like a 5-star island, which you can check out with the video above. But in general, it was a lot of fun starting to put this together. And there you go, that's my path magic, job done. So then I had to finish the entire job, getting the spade on the go again, just to level it all out. But it was definitely starting to come together in a way that actually looked like it was a part of Animal Crossing. And after a couple more days of hard work, I was all done. I had my path in, I had my full veggie patch done. My stepping stones looked really cool. The butterflies were all around. If I had a net, I definitely would have caught one. And then, just to give you a preview of the pumpkin, it started to grow a little bit bigger. And yeah, I was really hopeful for autumn to come around and for that bad boy to turn orange. And then to cap things off, I just wanted to make my own simple DIY workbench. And that was my Animal Crossing in Real Life Odyssey completed. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you next time.